Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Scott's NBA Talk. Want to talk to you about everybody talks about LeBron James. I'm going to do it too. The free agency question: where will he end up? I've got 6 teams where I think LeBron James will end up. So let me take a drink and then we'll get started. All right. The first team, I believe he could stay in Cleveland. That's a possibility. He could stay in Cleveland. My only problem with that, Isaiah Thomas is a free agent. Is Cleveland going to pay? He's going to want 180 to like 225 or 200 million. All right, Cleveland going to pay 30 to 40 million dollars for a guy who's 5'9", doesn't defend that great, and is injured quite a bit. Despite last year, he dropped about 30 for Boston. I'm not sure I'd pay $40 million. Give him a $200 million contract for 5 years. But they still have Kevin Love. I think Crowder. I wish I had a researcher. I don't know everybody that's a free agent. So, but I don't know if Crowder's a free agent. Dwayne Wade. Isaiah Thomas. Someone was talking about the Boston. Well, I'll do that for another video. But Cleveland to me could be one of the teams LeBron could stay. He could go to and stay. All right. The second team would be the Houston Rockets. There's already stuff going around about this possibility. I'm not the media. I just watch, sports debate shows and stuff. But Houston Rockets have 2 guys who can get you 8 to 10 assists a game. All right? You throw LeBron in there, you got 3 willing passers. And he would have a guy. James Harden would probably be the best player. I would actually say this. Next to Kyrie Irving, of course. But James Harden would probably be the best shooting guard LeBron has ever played alongside. James Harden could go out and drop 25, 30 a game. Get you 7, 8 to 10 assists and some rebounds. James Harden is one of the best shooting guards right now in the game. He's especially on the offensive end. I wish he would improve on his defense. But you got Chris Paul and LeBron who can defend very well. Chris Paul and LeBron James are friends, so that would be a very interesting thing. So you have 3 guys who are willing to pass the ball. You want to talk about unselfishness. And then you've got 3-point shooters in like Ryan Anderson and Eric Gordon at least. And Trevor Ariza can drain him sometimes. That's if, he's not a free agent. I don't know. That's why I said I need a researcher. Maybe I should have researched before I did this, but I like doing these videos anyway. It's fun. I don't claim to have all the basketball knowledge. So far, we got Cleveland and Houston. Also, with Houston, no state income tax in Texas, so that would be a benefit for LeBron. The third team, now I think this would be really interesting if he went to this team. And I'll tell you, you're going to have... not only you'd have a division rival, a very good conference rival, finals, would be the Philadelphia 76ers. Because right now, Cleveland, he got a lot of old parts. I mean, he got some players, I think, in their prime, but he got a lot of parts who are like up in their 30s. Kyle Korver would probably come over to the Sixers with him. But the Sixers have a very interesting nucleus of players. They've got Joel Embiid, who to me is becoming one of the best big men in the game, if not already. I put him up there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then you've got Ben Simmons, who is 6'10", and reminds me, like, a little taller than LeBron, but reminds me of LeBron's younger days, a little bit. You know, LeBron wasn't the greatest at three-point shooting at first. Simmons is not either. Simmons will get there, though, I think, eventually. He's just got to go out there and practice shooting threes and 15-footers. But you got Simmons, you got Embiid, you've got probably Markelle Fultz coming back. You've got Covington, who's a good defender, and he can shoot the three. So you've already got 4 solid pieces right there. And you add LeBron to that, and then you've got Saric coming off the bench, and who knows what else they're going to add next year. Because they're going to have probably, 2 or 3 first-round draft picks, I think. I think I know of 2. If they're going to have I believe the Lakers pick, if I remember right, and then, I don't know if it's probably their own, maybe. So, they can add some pieces. They can add some depth to this team. I mean, some more depth. I think they need to add a backup for Embiid, just in case. Because I worry when Embiid falls down. I'll just be honest, I do. Every time he falls down, I worry. But, so I think they need to add a player there. But, you'd have Embiid, you'd have Simmons, you'd have, Covington, Fultz. You'd have a pretty young team. I think Covington's getting up there a little bit. Like, what is it, 27 maybe? I have to look, 28. But still, that's not that old. So, you know, and, well, I know J.J. Redick's a free agent. And I don't think he's going to want less than $23 million. I mean, if he stays, that would be crazy. But let me tell you something. If he goes to the Sixers, you put him against Kyrie in Boston, not only are you going to have a fun conference finals, the division rival's going to be fun. Like, that Atlantic, Boston and Philly are going to be fun to watch. I think if LeBron goes to Philly, they're passing Toronto. That's how confident, as long, of course, as everybody's healthy. That's the thing, too. But even not, I still think, I think it's going to either be next year. That's if LeBron goes to Philly. I would say either it's going to be Boston finishing first or Philly finishing first. And then, you know, kind of Boston, Philly, 1-2. Not sure which way that's going to go. But you're going to have a fun division and conference rivals if he goes to Philly. I would love to see that. I would love to see LeBron go to Philly and bring Korver with him. But, you know, I don't want him to go bring a bunch of old guys with him because that's not cool. You know, because they're a young team, you know, trying to be young. They got 4 or 5 really good young pieces at least, and maybe even more that could be coming up. So, don't know. So far, I've got Cleveland, Houston, Philadelphia. The 4th team, and I think this would be an interesting choice, would be the San Antonio Spurs, because LeBron has never played for a coach like Popovich. That would be crazy. And, what year was it? 2014, the finals between the Heat versus the Spurs. Kawhi Leonard was the best LeBron James defender I've ever seen. Like, they just blew out the Heat in like a record fashion. It was unreal. It was a crazy finals. It was interesting, I'll have to admit. But, you'd put Kawhi, you'd have LeBron, LaMarcus Aldridge, probably still Tony Parker. I don't know about, probably Ginobili will retire, I don't know, who knows about that. Patty Mills, that Murray got Dejounte Murray, then Rudy Gay. So, they would definitely make the Western Conference interesting because you know, then, I'm pretty sure if you put him in the Spurs, you're going to have a great rivalry between the Spurs and the Warriors. I mean, to me, they're already, well, not this year, because I think Houston's going to end up being 2 now. But, they'll probably be them 2 in the conference finals. Who knows? But playoffs are different too. Some teams turn up in the playoffs. So, but San Antonio, him going to play with Popovich would be crazy and interesting. And the pieces would be. Can you also imagine Kawhi Leonard, LaMarcus Aldridge, and LeBron James as your front court? That would be scary. That would be. And Danny Green. I forgot about Danny Green. He's a good defender. So you got 4 guys who could go out there and probably defend the Warriors. Not like super great, because Steph Curry is like, I don't know how he does it, but still, you could give Golden State some fits with that team. So far we got Cleveland, Houston, Philadelphia, San Antonio. Now these last 2 might be a little crazy, but and I'm not ruling the 5th one out yet, because it still could happen. It's probably not likely though, but it could be the Los Angeles Lakers. Lonzo Ball. That would be crazy. But I don't know. That could be a headache for the league. Could you picture Lonzo Ball? Lonzo Ball's not the problem. It's his father. Okay, you got. I would fear for Lonzo Ball if this actually happened. If LeBron came there, just because of you've got LeVar Ball, his father, screaming in one ear. You may have LeBron in the other ear screaming. So it's kind of like. But it could happen. You got Lonzo, you got Brandon Ingram, you got Kyle Kuzma. I believe Brook Lopez is a free agent, so he's probably not going to re-sign. I don't know how much cap. I heard they got quite a bit of cap, probably. Julius Randle's a free agent. I don't know about Jordan Clarkson or not. He's a good piece. He's a good player. But you would have Lonzo, Brandon Ingram, who's getting better, Kyle Kuzma. That would be a young team you could run with. You put LeBron in there, though, you got 2 guys with high basketball IQs. It's just that you'd also have 2 people who possibly cause drama, in a way. But I think the father's the worst drama, in my opinion. Oh, my God. So far I got the Cleveland, might stay in Cleveland, might go to Houston with Chris Paul, James Harden, might go to Philly with Simmons and Embiid, San Antonio with Kawhi and Pop as his coach, and Aldridge, Lakers with Lonzo and Ingram, and the final team, now this is a long shot, because I'm not sure if this one's going to happen, but this is just a thought. He could go to the New York Knicks. Now I know him and Cantor had some exchange of words earlier this year, but still, him and KP would kill in Madison Square Garden. You got KP 7'3", his size, and LeBron. That would be fun to watch. That would be crazy to watch, too. KP is, and Courtney Lee's a decent player. He's not great, but he's decent. I always thought he was underrated. I thought he was pretty good on every team he's been on. Frank Ntilikina, 6'5", a pass first point guard, so Willie Hergonem, I can't say his name, sorry, Hernan Gomez. So you'd have that. I mean, Knicks is kind of a long shot, but LeBron in Madison Square Garden, that would be crazy. He would probably take him to the finals. They haven't been for, 93 it was? But, so you've got Cleveland, by saying Cleveland, might go to Houston with Chris Paul and James Harden, might go to Philly with Embiid and Simmons, might go to San Antonio with Kawhi Leonard, LaMarcus Aldridge, and Pop as his coach, Los Angeles Lakers with Lonzo Ball and Brandon Ingram, although could be a nightmare with the drama Lonzo's father causes, and the New York Knicks. I did not pick Golden State because I feel like Kevin Durant will probably stay. The cap space would be, they would have to all take pay cuts for that, and if that happened, Golden State happened, I don't think I'd watch basketball. I probably would not watch basketball for a few years. I'd be like, this is ridiculous. I hope that never happens. Oh, I pray LeBron does not go to Golden State. Oh my God, I don't think he will though. I don't think that's going to be on the list because I want to see. Like, if he goes to the Spurs or the Rockets, conference finals versus KD, that would be crazy. That would be insane. And also, if he goes to Philly, him versus Kyrie, conference finals, that would be wild. Is there a team I'm missing? Please do not comment and say the Warriors. That's a long shot. I don't see him going to Boston with what Boston's doing. Him and Kyrie. Chicago, I don't see because they're rebuilding. Why are you going to rebuild? Even though that would be a young team for LeBron. But, so don't say that. Well, you can, but if you liked this video, hit the like button, subscribe. I'm going to try to get a Twitter for this, too. Maybe some other social media. I don't do a lot of social media. I do Facebook. But follow, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. And also, if you have an idea for a video you'd love me to cover, send in the comments below and I'll try to do it. And thank you for watching and have a great evening.